Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 10 of Below Dexperts. You'd think we would have it together by now. We don't.
No.
It's a little embarrassing that this is our 10th episode. I'd like to say we're getting better, but I don't know if that's true.
The equipment's gotten better, but we haven't.
Yes, yeah. The equipment continues to get better. We continue to not. We are on episode 14 and 15 of Below Deck Down Under. I think next week might be the finale.
Oh, really?
I think, because we're at the end of episode 15. They are on their second to last charter. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm off maybe it's not next week. It's the week after.
They're going to stretch it out for 4
We
more
should be
episodes.
better at this, honestly. We should.
Well, they don't tell us anything.
I know. It's a simple Google search, really.
Really? Yeah, it really is.
That we just continue to not do. And I would say, we're so busy, but the truth is,
Yeah, that would take like 30 seconds.
we have time to do this stuff.
Yeah.
We just don't. So I apologize. Hey, we have 100 followers on TikTok.
Hell yeah.
Pretty cool. We are like 5 subscribers away on YouTube.
Last I looked, I think we were at like 97.
Oh, okay. I think I looked, it was 95. So
I can look right now.
oh my gosh. Okay, so we just want to say thank you like we do every episode. We don't want to take too much time at the beginning, but thank you guys so much. I think we put the, the most effort into the YouTube and the TikTok, and we're so happy that you guys are there with us. So we will get into it unless Lane's going to tell us how many subscribers we have on YouTube.
96.
Okay, in the middle, 96. We've even had a couple trolls, and you know what? You've made it when you have trolls. So
Honestly, yeah.
I so badly want to say something back, but Lane tells me not to, so I don't.
Yeah, because it's not worth it.
All right, let's get into it with the question. Why don't you go first this week? I can't remember who went first last week.
You went first last week. I'll go first this week.
Okay.
So this is kind of a long one, but out of Captain Lee, Captain Sandy, and Captain Glenn, would they have fired Margot? Yes or no? Like by Captain?
Ooh, good question. I don't think Captain Glenn would have.
I don't think so either.
I think Captain Lee would have.
Oh yeah.
Captain Sandy. Okay, so I think Captain Sandy probably wouldn't have, based upon
Wait, aren't we not supposed to?
Oh shoot! I'm not supposed to say anything.
We never end up actually talking about it, so should we just?
I know we
change it
really
to like...
don't end up talking about it. I thought about that last episode too.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, people might be like a little irritated with us. Okay, so let's just expand on it.
Yeah, just talk about it.
We'll just we'll keep trying to get more creative with these questions that maybe they don't have anything to do with the episode, so we won't be like double talking about it. Got it. Mine's like that too. So I think we're good this week. Okay, so Captain Glenn, no, I think he would have been just like Captain Jason. He would have talked to Daisy about it, whatever. Captain Lee's runs a little bit more of a like strict ship. I don't know though. Actually, I think overall I want to give them all the benefit of the doubt because Margot was very sorry. She's going through something that was sensitive. And I like to think they would have taken into account. So I'll go across the board. None of them would have fired her.
I think so too. And I don't know that much about Captain Lee, but I feel like it's kind of like, and this is going to sound a little insensitive, but like thinking on their end of it, like this happened on our boat. Mm-hmm. It's going to be hard to fire her for taking like 2 or 3 shots of rum.
Yeah, when she's dealing with, and they never actually talk about why, like specifically the text message she got from Luke. She never says that to anybody.
No, she doesn't even tell Captain
Or Aisha.
No,
yeah. I know. So I don't know if they'll bring that up in future episodes, but yeah, she didn't say that. So I think that says something like about her too, where she really did own up to it, not like, oh, Luke texted me, that's why I took the shots or whatever. She's just like, I'm going through it.
Yeah, I didn't even really put that together until now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like an easy out for her. But,
right.
And like the closest they get to it is Captain Jason is like, I know you've been going through a lot. but don't rely on alcohol to get you through it, or try and get you through it.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, no, I respected her. And we'll talk more about, obviously, that. But, okay, my question is it fair for Margot to ask to finish on service? This was kind of like the preview of next week, so I don't know if I'm jumping ahead, but I thought we could talk about it this week before we see the episodes.
I don't know. I was kind of thinking about that, too, after I rewatched it. Like, she is the third stew. Yeah, I don't think so.
I know. I'm going back and forth on it too, because at first I was like, no, like it's not fair for her to ask. But then I think about like past seasons and how they've rotated through in past seasons. However, Margot was very new. Like very new.
A few months in the outing, I think.
Jamie has been a chief stew before, so there's like a clear difference between Jamie and Margot. And I think if you looked at it that way, like, no, just like let Jamie finish out. But at the same time, it's not going to hurt Jamie to just finish as like the, let Margot do that for the, I don't know. I think the drama comes from the night out when Harry makes a comment of like, Margot's worked to be up there and like Jamie has too. Like as much as we might like Margot a little bit more than we like Jamie, you can't deny that Jamie deserves to be second stew.
Yeah. I mean, if it's like a softball, like super easy charter, maybe.
Yeah.
But at that point, everyone's getting ready to travel somewhere. You want the biggest tip you can get possible.
You're right.
So, I don't think... I think she's allowed to ask.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think it's a good idea.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to see. I agree with you. I think, it's fair for her to ask. I mean, she can always ask, but we'll see what Aisha does.
Yeah.
So, my guess is that Aisha says no.
Yeah. I think so, too.
So, okay, we will get into it. We are on episode 14, and we will go through our 3 main talking points. Good?
Yeah.
Okay. First is what we just talked about, Margot drinking on charter, being stressed due to like being on service and the text message from Luke, just like basically Margot being stressed. Second is Joao and Zarina. And the third is Culver and Jamie.
Yeah.
I was going to be more specific, but then I'm like, no, like basically everything in this episode fits into these 3 categories.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay, so let's start off with, we start back with that medical emergency. We'll briefly talk about this. Again, they didn't do too much about it. It was a seizure. We were right. Very scary. They get him on a boat. They get medical assistance out there pretty quickly. And the crew is pretty shaken. Aisha is crying because of her brother. She's triggered. And then something happens with Culver and Jamie in that scenario too.
Yeah. Just like weird behavior. Like Culver doesn't have human emotions and no one has figured that out yet on the boat. And like he just went to the kitchen to eat. Yeah. That's all he was doing.
While a guy like might have been dying.
Yeah.
Literally. They didn't know what was happening.
No.
Like a guy literally could have died and Culver was eating.
Yeah, he's got to get those gains. I get it. I'm huge. And like he wasn't even really like, Zarina, I don't know how to feel right now. Like I need your help. He was eating.
He wasn't even really talking to her.
No, not really.
Yeah. So I said Culver doesn't check on Jamie, instead is preoccupied with food. Big surprise. Yeah. But I think Jamie said something like, well, you were in there with Zarina and you didn't check on me. And I was like, no, he was in there with food. Yeah. It wasn't Zarina.
No. So, I mean, like, she's allowed to be mad about that because, like, you should go check on everybody.
Yeah.
And he was eating.
But, yeah, she should be mad about the fact that he, like, just didn't care at all. It wasn't that he wanted to be, he wasn't checking on Chef.
No.
He was not checking on anyone.
No, he was eating for himself.
Yeah. So ends up that guy doesn't come back. His friend leaves with him. His friend comes back. these guys were like really, really nice. You could tell they were
Yeah.
like concerned for their friend, but it's probably a good idea he didn't come back because it seemed like he had something going on.
Yeah.
So it's sad, but he was taken care of. So yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think once we get through that, the next morning is when Margot wakes up to a text.
The text from Luke.
Yeah. Did you want me to read it? I like actually wrote out what it said.
I did too.
Did you want to read it or you want me to?
You can read it.
Okay. Hey, Margot, please excuse my silence during this time as respecting your boundaries. If you are willing, I would like to give you a call when you are free and let you hear my words, please. Kindest regards. What was that?
I wrote down no shot. There wasn't a lawyer involved at some part of that message.
Okay, yeah, like it doesn't even really make sense. When you are free and let you hear my words?
It's a nicer way of saying, let me tell you my side of the story.
Literally.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, it should say to like just talk. I don't know. Let you hear my words is very weird.
Yeah. No, it's a nicer way of saying, let's get on the phone. Let me explain to you why I wasn't in the wrong.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I don't know, actually.
You know what, though? And this might have been a little bit more malicious than we thought because he could have waited till they were done with... He knows the charter season. He knows when they're still in season and when they're not. And he chose to text her while they were still filming.
Yeah.
And he was probably, like you said, wanting to get his side of the story or whatever, to get his voice out there on camera.
Yeah, because there's no way anyone on any social media is giving him any
God, no.
Like,
I haven't even looked. Is he on social media still or ever was?
I saw like a couple days after that episode aired that he put out a statement on Instagram, but I haven't looked back since.
Yeah, I think I only looked at Laura's. I didn't even see anything about him or if he was on Instagram. Laura is still being fucking crazy, so.
But yeah, I think that was his like one shot into like getting in the good graces of people that watch Below Deck.
Or wanting to, because he knows Margot's a nice person, if he could like have her forgive him on camera, that would be great for him. So I'm really glad she didn't even say anything. I'm so glad.
Yeah, she didn't say anything to anyone. She didn't respond to him.
Yep.
All she said about it, even to the producers, was like, I didn't respond.
Yep. And actually, that's it could be very calculated on her end. And if it was, like, kudos to her, because I didn't even think of this, giving him the least amount of airtime possible.
Yeah.
Because even if she would have said to Aisha, Luke texted me, that would have brought his name up again, and they would be dealing with it again on camera. So I really actually hope that was her plan, and I like love her for that. Like, don't give his name any more airtime. Yeah,
that was very calculated on her end.
Yeah, I hope it was. I mean, it seems like it was, but even if it's not, it was still the
right thing to do.
Best way to respond, yeah.
Or even like if it was on like production end, like they don't want to hear anything about him.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe that was. Whatever it was, I'm glad we didn't have to relive any of that.
Yeah. And that's what she says too. She's like, that was one of the worst nights of, a lot of people, the whole boat. And I don't want anyone else to go through what I'm feeling.
Right.
It's like, nice.
Yeah. So proud of her. And then I have, this is something that doesn't fit into any of the categories, but it's like, I feel like they threw in a few like Aisha and Captain moments because they know that we love it. And she's like, oh, smell this. It smells divine. And he's like, I don't know. He's like, anybody else, I'd be like, sure, let me smell that, but I don't trust you.
Yeah.
And then
I like that part.
There was like another part later that she's like, do you have any of those fucking good eye drops?
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah, they're fun to watch.
So then the charter keeps going. I think the next thing I have is jumping to Joao and Zarina. She makes a comment it's just like in an interview that says, I think everyone has a side of them that makes them want to play with fire a bit. Like regarding Joao. And I was like, I feel like that's a good way to put it, because she kind of knows, like, this is playing with fire a little bit. I think it wouldn't be as big of a deal if it didn't involve her friend.
Oh, yeah.
Because even if it, like, let's say her friend wasn't even involved, Aisha still isn't crazy about him. And Aisha probably still would have warned her about him no matter what. But there's a couple elements that make this, like, playing with fire for her.
Yeah, because she's going in between her friend from, a couple of years ago, and she's going between Aisha, who was like, I'll work with him, but I don't really like him that much.
Yeah.
And yeah, Aisha is like the only person on the show that's like, yeah, I still don't really like him.
Yeah, she's not super vocal about it, but she makes a comment in the van, like, later on, like, yeah, you're crazy, but whatever.
No, I actually, that part cracked me up. Sheffy goes, she's like, it's like, do you think I'm stupid or a moron? And like, do you think I'm stupid? And Aisha's like, yes. And Sheffy's like, oh.
But we all do stupid things, or we all do moron things or whatever, which is true. I could literally see Kara saying that to me.
Yeah.
I'd be like, am I stupid? She's like, yeah, but like, we all do it. Like, okay, well, thanks for being honest, I guess. Another thing thrown in there wasn't a ton about Luca in these 2 episodes, but they do throw in there like a couple seconds of him saying that Jamie's hot.
Yeah.
And he says, but since she's with Culver, like, Culver beat him to it. And then like, that was it. And then we see the preview for next week.
Yeah.
Oh my God, drama. So I feel like they threw that in there on purpose, but we weren't, like, that was it for these 2 episodes.
Yeah. And the only thing, like, trust me, I love the drama, but I think they really twist her around. And,
Jamie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, especially on the date, it just seems like she hates everything, but, like, they don't give her much screen time. It kind of seems like they would use a couple seconds from when she just took a drink, like, can you look happy after you take a drink?
What are you talking about with the date?
With Culver.
Oh,
or what is it? The happy hour.
Oh, when he asks her with the card?
Yeah.
Oh, God, we'll get to that. But yeah, I kind of, I don't know. I'll let you know my thoughts when we get there.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
Sorry, I brought that up kind of early.
No, it's okay.
It just kind of seemed like they're really pushing a narrative with her. But I don't know.
Yeah. We'll have to see. I don't know. My thoughts on it are, I'm surprised she said yes to being his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't seem like the actions, like you said, the actions they're showing us regarding her seem like it's just, I don't know, that she's not super into it. But I don't know. We'll have to see next week, obviously.
Yeah. I think next week is going to be the big decision between, like, oh, she actually does like Culver, or she's going after Luca.
Yeah, we'll have to see. They want us to seem like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
Not be fooled, though.
I won't be fooled.
No.
Not again.
So yeah, they keep going. The deck team's doing really well. Luca was the missing piece with his experience. Joao even says so, that like we all liked Adam, but it's definitely running so much smoother with Luca just because he doesn't have to worry about him. Culver's kind of back in that back seat. He's not like leaning on Culver anymore, so their relationship is better. So the deck team is doing really well. Then it shows Margot clearly taking a shot while it wasn't just like a taste. It was like, I think she even said like just a shot or something like that. So it's like, oh God, where is this going to go? They go back to that little freaking island.
I know.
But there was no drama. So thank God.
Yeah.
But the one thing I wanted to bring up that I said in the episode to Brad was Margot's on the island and she's writing help in the sand.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know it's innocent, but like, I wouldn't do that.
Why?
What if a plane or a helicopter saw it?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the boat is like right there.
I know, but still, I would hate it if like, I could just picture me doing that and then some police boats like coming up to the the island. I don't know. I was like, I don't know that I would do that. Like, I don't know.
See, I would do that without thinking.
Yep. I think I overthink everything. You underthink everything. So
you should see my notes this week.
I don't know who's right. It's a lot of notes.
It's all over the place.
Oh, geez. Well, we said this last week. We're back to the iPad notes where we thought we were on a more stable trajectory. And I even am organizing my notes, highlighting mine, and then sending them to Lane. Mm-hmm. And where are we at?
About week 2. Or episode 2, sorry. Like, I've just been scrolling back and forth. Honestly,
you have no idea where your notes are?
I mean, I'm pretty close. I'm at Margot starts drinking.
Okay, all right.
So I'm pretty close. But they're all over the place, and I didn't want to be flipping pages back and forth. I feel like it'd be distracting.
Yeah, that's my real better answer. For you.
Yeah.
So they do a Hawaiian theme for these guests for dinner. Jamie's so good at decorating.
Yeah, she really is.
She's so good at it. Like she does this one and then the Mad Hatter one in the next episode, and they were both so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Toomey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you see Toomey's going to be the chief stew?
I did, yeah.
I'm so excited for Med. I'm actually more excited for Med than I was for this one.
Oh, yeah.
I love Aisha.
I love Med.
But I love Med.
Yeah.
And Luca's going to be on Med.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, anyway, I'm really excited. And then what's the stew's name? The guy. Oh my god, I'm gonna Kyle. I'm so excited to see Kyle again.
Yeah.
I am so excited for this season.
And then Natalia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of familiar faces. So it'll be really, really fun. We'll have to do a quick recap.
Yeah.
Of that before we jump in, if we have time, hopefully. Ugh. Margot continues to drink the pina coladas. We don't really get a good understanding of how much she drank, but it seemed like a decent amount.
Yeah, I mean, they only show us, I think, like 2 or 3 shots, but Aisha was like, yeah, there was a big jug of it, and now there's not a big jug of it.
She's like, there was a lot left over, and now there's none. So, yeah, I really do think, I think that really it was just numbing the pain a little bit for her, or numbing I don't even want to say pain, numbing the stress or the anxiety over all of it, and it just got away from her, I think, and I think Aisha handled it perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, she's just naturally very good at being a leader. Called her out for it right away. She's like, are you okay? You smell like alcohol. Oh, I had, and she's like, oh, I had a little bit of the pina colada. She's like, did you have a lot of the pina colada? Yeah. Like, I think a lot of people struggle with confrontation like that. And Aisha went directly to her. She didn't go just to the captain, or she didn't even really let it slide. She said, I'd love to not go to the captain, but I need to. And that was the right call.
Yeah, because I think there's a huge dynamic of trust between her and Jason, where like if she didn't go to the captain and then it came back up, or if he saw it on the TV show, it would just ruin a lot of things between them, I think. Yeah,
he definitely. Well, and I think, they trust each other. And so I think Aisha was like, I would love to not go to him. I know I have to, but she also trusts that he's going to be rational about it too, you know, where it's like, he'll decide what's best. Like, and that's what he did with Luke, and that's what he did with Adam. Like, he's very cool, calm, and collected, and really does make the right decisions. So I think she trusts that, whether he got rid of her or not, it was the right decision. So she owns up to it, and she gets a warning and the helmet.
Yeah.
That's basically what happens with that, which again, I think was the best decision. I think Captain Jason even says, you're not going to have this issue again. Like, she's someone who's very sorry, will learn from this, and, it's not going to happen again.
Yeah. And I think just overall, everyone handled it well. Like, Aisha went to the captain. Margot was like, yep, I was doing it. I'm sorry. And no one was like, hey, did you hear about Margot drinking? Like, it was all just kind of handled well.
Yeah, exactly. Because nobody knew that didn't need to know.
Yeah, and even like when when Captain asks Margot, like, "Hey, can we talk?" It's just like under his breath,
Yep.
like, "Hey, meet me upstairs. Can we have a chat?"
Yep. Yeah, she for sure thought she was gonna get fired though.
Yeah, she
She's
did.
like, somebody's gonna get fired and it's gonna be me. Or like she's like, I thought somebody was getting fired. Turns out it's me.
Yeah.
Oh, so going back to Joao and Zarina, they have a talk at the table and he's like, do you want to have an honest talk? She's like, yeah. And he's basically saying that he's like really into her.
Yeah.
Which is great. I mean, it's not crazy. She's really cool, but I just really like Joao. Like, I was so right about him. I don't want
Not
to jinx
yet.
myself. I know we still have like a
Not
few
yet.
more.
We're not at the finish line yet.
I said, yeah, it seems like he wants a relationship and Zarina is hesitant, but you can tell she likes him too.
Oh, yeah.
So, anywho, what do we got next? What do you have next?
Um,
We're almost at the end of episode 14.
I was gonna say, like, I think the next thing I have is the end of the charter.
Yeah, it was the end. That was the end. And then Joao was helping Culver with the card, which I think is very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But the card is very cheesy.
Yeah, and I think that would work in like it would work in like the Midwest, you know,
I know.
where we're all kind of cheesy.
I was literally having that thought where I was like, how would I react to that? I think it was sweet that he thought about the pictures, but it's weird to be face to face with somebody and be like, here, take this card and here's a pen.
Well, I think it would have gone over better if Culver was a normal person.
Yeah, right.
Because he's like, first you're going to need a pen. And like my first thought was like, oh, I'm taking the ISAT or something. And then he's like, here's this. And just kind of looks at her. And like, it was just so awkward because Culver's so awkward.
Yeah.
And yeah, it could have gone a lot better.
I think it's literally designed to be like, not the person sitting in front of you being like, hey, check yes or no, and I'm going to watch you the whole time.
I think it would have been a great idea if he wasn't, like, she didn't have to check the box, you
right,
know?
That's true.
There's been like, oh, there's a gesture, but like, will you be my girlfriend?
That is true. You're right. He didn't have to give her a pen.
No.
That's a very good point.
You should have given her like a hole punch. That would have been funny.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Or like a
dabber, like a bingo dabber.
Or a finger prick, mark it in blood.
Yeah.
A match, burn a hole in whichever one you want. Jesus Christ, what is this guy doing?
Yeah. Decent idea, bad execution.
Yeah, but does he ever? No. Everybody helped him out. And even Harry, who's a little bit of a dork, is like, my friends would kick me out on the street if I did something like that. God, when Harry says that, you know it's bad.
I know.
Oh, so we end basically episode 14. They like ended on a little bit of a cliffhanger with like, what's going to happen? I said, Jamie's not a fan of tick the box. She says yes, but doesn't seem super excited.
Yeah.
I don't know. In my mind, I don't know. I don't want to act like I know what Jamie's thinking. Maybe she does want to be his girlfriend. Maybe they're still together. Who knows? However, I can also see a reality where she's like, it's just easier for me if I just say yes for this last week or two.
Yeah. Joao even says like, oh, it's going to be the most fun 2 weeks for them.
Exactly.
But
which I kind of get. Like, if I were Jamie and I didn't want that, I'd be like, we're having fun right now. I don't see him being my boyfriend after I leave this boat.
But aren't they going on another boat together?
You're right. And maybe that's her thought too. Of like, well, we'll just be boyfriend and girlfriend, see how it goes for the next, I don't know, couple months.
The thing is though, well, yeah. Unless she like signed a contract or something for the next boat, it's not like he did it in front of the whole crew. Like the whole crew knew about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It could go back and forth, but my thought process was like, it was just them two. She could be like, I met you 2 weeks ago. I like you, but like, let's chill out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It could go either way.
Yeah. So we will see. We'll see we'll see what happens in the next couple episodes, because something could happen where Luca gets involved. Who knows? Anything can happen. But as of right now, they are boyfriend and girlfriend. And then we'll just finish up with the whole Culver and Jamie thing. So they go to dinner. The charter leaves. They go to dinner. They're having fun at dinner. Everyone asks Luca a question to get to know him. Everybody's vibing. And at the end of dinner, Culver's like expected to pay and he doesn't.
Yeah.
Just such fits with everything else he's been doing this whole season.
Just like whatever you want him to do.
No, he is so, I just know the type of guy he is. I'm really trying to not act like I know him, but like everything he does, I'm just like, yep, it lines up. Like, you don't want to pay for the bill. You're cheap. You're like a baby.
Oh, yeah.
Like just a little whiny baby that gets what he wants.
Yeah.
So yeah, he won't pay for dinner. He's such a little baby. Jamie pays.
Which is her second time paying.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the first charter, she was like, well, I don't think she didn't feel like she deserved the whole tip. Remember that when she came on the boat, because she only worked for a day, so she bought. You're right. So that was her second time, we think. I don't think there was...
Well, I'm pretty sure what Harry said was, like, we've all paid. Culver's the only one that hasn't paid.
He did say that, but he didn't say Margot has, and he didn't say...
Oh, yeah, he didn't say Margot.
Oh, well, I guess Adam's not there anymore. But he said Joao, Aisha, Zarina, him. And I guess he could have just left Margaret out. Maybe Culver was the last one to pay. But I didn't even get this till the second time I watched it through. Well, she tells him to fuck off.
Yeah.
After she pays and he's like, you want me to give you some money? She's like, fuck off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you go, girl. Because he doesn't actually want to give you money. He's literally doing it because everybody's calling him out.
Oh, yeah. And, like, do you want me to give you some money? Isn't let me pay you back for
exactly.
the whole thing.
Yeah. Give me an out here because I don't want to give you money.
Yeah.
So annoying. Do you want to get into Joao and Serena?
Yeah, I know you do.
I really don't, in a way.
They did not go to the bathroom.
Oh my God. I don't know if this was...
I don't think I've ever seen that on Below Deck.
I thought I was crazy because I was like sitting there like...
I know, it was too. I'm like,
I was
what
like,
the
they're
hell?
allowed to show this?
Yeah.
They showed everything but the blanket in front of it. I mean, they showed...
Yeah.
Everything but the nudity.
Pretty much, yeah.
I was like, yeah, well, there's no question there.
I know. I think I was like writing down a note. I'm like, what the
Seriously.
Like, am I on the wrong website? What the hell?
Oh my God, I know. Okay, so if you couldn't tell, they hooked up.
Yeah.
And she kissed him at dinner. Like, she's like, don't make me look stupid. He wants her. They both want each other. She just decided to go for it. I said they very clearly hook up. And yeah, they are just kind of like going with it. I have more hope for them than I do Jamie and Culver, honestly.
Yeah. At this point, I just want my boy Harry to be happy. I don't really.
And Adam.
And Adam. I hope he's doing well.
I hope Adam, wherever he is happy.
Hope you're doing well, bud.
So yeah, that happens when they get back. Last thing about Culver and Jamie is he annoys her again when they get back to the boat.
Yeah, that one I kind of felt for Culver. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you're on a boat for like 6 weeks, 5 weeks, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you're there with a crew that are really fun and you really like. You get one night or 2 nights out.
Yeah.
In a week, which I guess is just a normal weekend. But like, I don't know. Go have some fun. Sit in the hot tub for a half an hour. Wear a wig, and then go back to the room. Like, you have all night. You don't have to get up at 5 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah.
That was my thought process on it. Uh-huh. And I don't know. Did she say, like, before he did that, let's go to the room and, like, let's have our thing in that room?
If they did, they didn't show it. Because I do get you there where she asked Aisha if they could have room 5. But I don't think Culver knew that.
Yeah.
So I see what you mean there. But I do see Jamie's point where it's like, he did like just ask her to be his girlfriend that day.
Yeah.
Like normally you'd be like celebrating that. And he, besides asking her to be his girlfriend, didn't really treat it as a different day.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that it's fair for her to be a little bit like, hey, like, don't we want to like celebrate a little bit by ourselves?
Yeah, and yeah, I see that part of it too, but still. And I guess she puts it pretty well. Like, Culver's a people pleaser. He likes to be the life of the party.
Yeah.
But, like, I would have liked him to act like my boyfriend and not the party animal. Which, like, they'd been dating for about 6 hours.
Right.
So now he knows.
Yeah. It ends up being okay. He, like, is in the hot tub, then goes and finds her. She was going to get in the hot tub. They're like, no, let's just go lay down. And it was fine. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the next morning, Aisha tells Captain that Joao and Zarina hooked up.
Yeah.
He's like,
I did not need to know that.
I love it. He's like, yeah, nope, didn't need to know that.
Yeah, she's like so in his face about it too. They're like, they finally did this.
He's like, oh, okay. All right,
Okay.
thanks.
All right.
Didn't need to know. Yeah, so she said she's on cloud 9 and he's amazing. And it does seem like he really likes her and he really goes with her craziness. Like, she's just like Aisha in a way where she's literally just, you don't know what's going to come out of her mouth.
Yeah, you don't.
And he's all about it. And so my fingers are crossed. I actually really hope they're still together, but I won't get my hopes up. But they kind of are.
Yeah, I know on TikTok, Zarina and Margot. Margot was visiting Zarina.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I try not to, well, I don't think they do. It's kind of like The Bachelor, I think, where they don't post until the season's over.
Yeah.
So I don't know that we're able to know until it's over in a couple weeks.
Zarina actually posted like her watching the episode where she goes and makes out with Joao. She's like, oh my God, they showed that? I'm like, they show a lot more.
Oh, girl, keep watching. They show a lot. You guys had your mics on.
I know.
What did you expect?
And it could have just been for TikTok, but my immediate reaction was like, oh, just you wait.
Yeah, seriously. So that was basically the end of the crew night out, and then we get into this next charter. It is Charter 8, their second to last. Big group of girls.
Yeah. I would last 20 minutes in that group.
All right, let's get into this. I can't wait. Okay, so this is a group of girls. You can tell that just like normal, it seems. Well, actually, I'll take that back. The charter before, all those guys seemed like they were friends. Like they were a group of friends that have been friends, that like each other, whatever. This group of girls seems like the two girls invited friends that may not be, well, clearly may not be friends with each other. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like a group of girls that are friends with the primary, probably not with each other.
No.
Clearly not, obviously. I can't wait. Okay. So some of them have some dietary restrictions. They go through those in the preference sheet meeting.
Yeah, and they're so weird. They're like, she's like half vegan. It's like, what?
And then she's like, doesn't like this, doesn't like this, doesn't prefer chicken. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
What? Anyway, that's not even what this is about. The big debacle is the dairy debacle, the lactose fiasco.
Yeah.
The milk melee. What else? The intolerance. I got
Botherance.
nothing. Botherance.
Oh, yeah, that was
I
good.
like it, yeah.
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 We'll end on that one.
Okay, good. I could keep going, but they'll just get worse.
I don't think you can.
I could. They're at this Mad Hatter brunch, which is very cool. Again, Jamie did awesome. I was like, that's very, very creative. And I don't know that I would have ever thought of that. So they're at the table, and the two girls are G. I think I'm saying it right. G and Sarah.
I think that's how they pronounce it, yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to preface, I don't like either one of them.
No, neither do I.
Okay, I'm not on someone's side because I think they're both annoying. G is the one that has like a lactose intolerance. So they show her like eating something and someone's like, oh, aren't you lactose intolerant? And she's like, I just took my pill. I am lactose intolerant. I take those pills all the time. And I was like, oh my God, I've never heard anybody else say that. I'm not even surrounded by a lot of people that are lactose intolerant. You'd think I would be, but like nobody in my family is. None of my friends are that I hang out with a lot.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God, someone else that's got to take a pill. So if you're not lactose intolerant, here's how it works. Even if you're a severe lactose intolerant, because I would consider myself a moderate to severe lactose intolerant.
Yeah, it's not fun if you don't take your pill.
Yes. I can still take these pills, and not to get in too deep, but like they're like 9,000 milligrams or something or whatever it is. It's pretty strong. That is what is missing in your stomach to break down lactose and dairy. So like basically anybody that's lactose intolerant can take it. As long as I'm not drinking like a gallon of milk, I'll be good. So this is important because of what she says next. So she says, I'll take my pill. I'm like, cool girl, same. So then at the brunch, she pulls Chef aside and is like, hey, is there cheese in this? Or she asks Aisha or something, and yeah, there's cheese in quiche. Like, obviously, you idiot.
Yeah.
It's like a main ingredient.
It's like cheese and egg, yeah.
There's like milk and everything. Like, trust me, like when I go places and people make me food, I take one to be safe. There's also, if you're not lactose intolerant, you might not know this, but sorry, I have the hiccups now. If you take one of the pills and there's not lactose in something, you're fine. It's just a supplement. It's not like a medication. So I'll just say, if I were to go, I've said this before, if I were to go on a charter, I probably wouldn't put that I'm lactose intolerant down because I don't want to miss out on any of the good stuff.
Yeah.
I want milk. I want cheese and stuff, and I'll just take a pill. I probably wouldn't even mention it. This girl fails to put it on her preference sheet, for one, and then pulls the chef aside being like, can you just like let me know the amount of dairy that's in this? And I'm like, girl,
that's not a thing.
It's not a thing. That's the point I want to make, is that it's not like gluten. It's not like an allergy. If you have your pills, you'll be good. You literally just wanted to. So this is why I don't like her. It's just for attention.
Yeah. It was probably just to get on TV more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then this bitch, Sarah,
unloads on her. Like, absolutely lets her have it.
She's like, all right, fuck this and fuck your lactose intolerance.
Yeah. I'm like, okay. She was at a 4 and you're at like a 73. I don't know what, and like someone says later on, they're like, it wasn't about the lactose intolerance.
No,
like, we got that.
It clearly wasn't. Trust me, I would have probably rolled my eyes at her. I'd have been like, can you just shut up? I wouldn't have screamed at her and belittled her like this other girl did.
Yeah, and she's saying like, we all had to pull straws to see who would stay with you.
Oh my God, I know.
And the other girl is like, below the belt, come on. It's like, none of you like each other or your own selves.
But here's the thing. As much of a bitch as this Sarah girl is, she was a little tipsy. You can tell she doesn't like this girl. I believe that they pulled straws to not room with this girl.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I said they're both annoying for different reasons.
Yeah.
The one with the lactose intolerance loves the attention, loves Because even the primary got in her face a little bit where she's like, just take your pill. And she's like, I know my body. And I'm like, bitch, shut up. I see why Sarah thinks you're annoying. She's also mean, but you are annoying.
Yeah.
Like, take your pill and shut up.
Yeah.
It's just even Chef is like, girl. She's like, it's just lactose intolerance.
It's not that big of a deal.
It's not like a peanut allergy.
Yeah, like she's not going to die. She might get the shits. If she forgets to take her precious pill.
I know. So anyways, yes, Sarah gets all up in her face. The primary's was like kind of yelling at her too. The co-primary is trying to break it up, screaming too.
Yeah.
Everybody's screaming. It was a lot. But then yeah, that was my favorite part. I was like, I can't wait to talk about this. I'm lactose intolerant and I know it's not a big deal. Trust me, it is. It is a big deal if you don't take a pill. But what's nice about being lactose intolerant is that we have those Lactaid pills and I can still eat like ice cream and pizza and everything.
Yeah.
And I would not pull the chef aside to be like, could you let me do the amount of dairy? Like, that's not even a thing.
No, it's not a thing on the lactose intolerant side. And it's not, I mean, it's kind of a thing on the cooking side. Like if it's a block of cheese, like, oh yeah, that's a block of cheese. But like if you use it in something, like milk in something, like how much of it evaporated, how much got boiled out, what is the lactose, like it's not a thing.
No, the only thing I would never do is drink a gallon of milk.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't think anyone physically can.
I wouldn't eat a whole block of cheese either.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't be a good idea for anybody.
But
especially not you, but like if you do that, tell me and I'm leaving.
Also, just really honing this in. I know it's different for everybody, but I like to say this to people because I don't know why. If you're truly lactose intolerant, because I've had people be like, oh, I can eat, if I eat ice cream, I shit my pants or whatever. What? I don't say that.
I just don't know. Like the way you said that, I like wasn't expecting it. It's like, if I eat ice cream, I shit my pants.
No, I'm making a point here.
Sorry.
Okay. It's not about shitting your pants. It's about the pain. It's painful. It's like if I eat something with dairy in it and I don't take a pill, my stomach feels like it's being stabbed.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that's true lactose intolerance. Okay. So what I'm saying is I'm the best person to ever have lactose intolerance.
Go on.
That's it. I'm better than all of you. That's basically what I was trying to say. So
okay, but like pain wise, say you're at like Walmart. Both bathrooms are getting clean. Well, one bathroom's getting clean.
It's not about bathrooms. I don't need a bathroom.
Let me get to my point.
Okay.
One bathroom is getting cleaned. You can't go in there. It's locked. The other one is someone else who ate a block of cheese that forgot their pill. Would you rather have stomach pain in like aisle 4 or shit your pants in aisle 4?
Okay, that's a good question. What I'm saying is I'd never shit my pants.
Every adult has shit their pants.
No, I'm not saying I'd never shit my pants in general. I think it's possible to shit your pants. What I'm saying is if I were to eat pizza and not take a pill, I don't worry about shitting my pants. I worry about being in the fetal position on the couch.
Shitting your pants.
No.
Oh.
With like gas pains, basically. Like, it's like having to fart but not being able to fart. That's the best. It's like having your stomach filled with farts and not being able to fart. Picture it.
Yeah, no, I've been there. And then I shit my pants.
Maybe there's just something wrong with me. I don't know.
Yeah, you're lactose intolerant.
Maybe everybody else that's lactose intolerant has the same experience and I'm just the weird one.
I don't know. I think you're the only person I know that's lactose intolerant.
See? So I can't even... Anybody else I know that's like a little like partially lactose intolerant or like dairy doesn't agree with them, which we're all partially lactose intolerant, by the way. We are not designed to eat dairy. That's kind of what that bitch Sarah says when she's like, fully denying that lactose
We're
intolerance.
all lactose intolerant.
But
Just take your fucking pill.
you bitch.
You bitch. It's like, Jesus.
Everyone hates you.
Like, oh my God, what did she do to you? I want that story. I don't want the lactose
Seriously.
intolerant story.
We could probably be done with this, but I guess if anybody's watching that's also lactose intolerant.
Have you shat your pants? Comment below.
No, you don't have to tell me whether you've shit your pants, but tell me if you're like me, where you get the painful stomach. Because I feel like I'm the only lactose intolerant. Lactose
intolerance.
We have to stop talking about this. I feel like I am the only person that like talks about like just the really bad stomach pains.
Yeah.
Everybody else is just like, yeah, no, I shit my pants. And I was like, I can't relate.
Well, yeah, because it's way funnier if you say that.
Well, I don't think I would. I think I'd rather be like, I get stomach pains rather than, yeah, no, I shit my pants.
I would much rather hear about someone shitting their pants.
But I don't think, I know you'd rather hear it, but I don't think the person would rather say it.
Yeah, probably not.
So anyway, half of this episode is us talking about shitting our pants now.
Hope you enjoyed it.
But I just wanted to say one other thing. Well, two other things about this group, because then basically it's the end of the episode. The one girl, when she follows the lactose intolerant girl G down to her room,
mm-hmm.
you can hear her, or I think she's talking to somebody else, but she's like, maybe she's a fucking beep, but I like beeps. I think she says the C word. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I couldn't tell if she said the C word or she called her a bitch.
Well, I don't know if the stars line up with the amount of letters in the word, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it was 4 stars, and I was like, did she just call her friend the C word? Which
Probably,
I know is not
yeah.
as big of a deal in Australia.
I was just going to say, yeah, they like call their friends that.
Right, but I won't even say it on here.
No, never say it.
It's like
here.
the worst.
I'll have to bleep it out.
It's like
YouTube
the worst.
hates that word.
Oh, yeah. It's like the worst curse word in America.
Yeah.
Well,
for the sake of this discussion, yes.
Well, we can say there's worse ones that are like racist.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
But this one's not really like. Anyways, yeah, I'm pretty sure she called her that. I'm like, damn, girl, like your friend's gonna hear this. I don't know. She's gonna watch this episode and find out everybody does actually hate her. So
yeah,
hope you're doing well, G.
Yeah.
I hope the lactose intolerance treating you well.
Hope you didn't shit your pants during the episode.
Because you have no friends and you shit your pants, so it's the worst. Hey, I'm just being honest. I'm not saying she doesn't have any friends. I'm saying we clearly see all of her friends hate her.
Yeah, I just think everyone in that group hates everyone. And like, I can't even imagine.
Oh, you know the other thing? I'd be so mad if I was in that group and I wasn't part of the drama because then they didn't get to go to the beach.
Yeah, they didn't get to go to the beach.
And they were going to have like all these activities and stuff too.
Yeah, they were going to like play drinking games, hang out, swim, and then instead of that, they hung out in the cabins and complained about each other.
Oh my God, I would have been so mad. You would have caught me in that boat by myself going to play beach games with the crew.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, if me and you were on this charter, we would have been like, hey, can we just go?
Yeah.
Like,
no, you're not keeping me from enjoying my charter because you guys are screaming at each other. No way.
Yeah.
God.
At the very least, I'd be like fishing off the side of the boat just to not deal with that bullshit.
No. And I know that they didn't end up going to the beach, but yeah, I would have been so mad.
Yeah.
And then the last part was just the budgies. They show the end of the episode is the guys, and these women are thirsty.
Yeah, oh my God.
They're like, yeah, I would be a little nervous if I were the guys, but
they're like crawling under the table and shit.
Yeah.
She sits down.
It's a little embarrassing, not gonna lie.
It's like, all right, get a hold of yourself.
If I was on that. See, but I also don't hate my friends, so I was going to be like, if I was in that situation, my friends wouldn't act like that. But I was like, well, me and my friends actually like each other. So I don't know. I feel like it was creepy, and there's a way to do it that's like funny and cute rather than creepy. But they were not that. They were creepy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was weird.
It was just weird all around. And
Yeah. So anyway, that was basically the end of the episode. The preview has what we think is some drama with Luca, and Jamie. Mm-hmm. And then Margot asking to be on service and some drama with that. So we'll see what happens next week.
Yeah, I think that's about it in the preview.
Yeah, that's like what I remember.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, thanks for sticking with us. This is so exciting. We're almost to the end. Like I said, I think I'm wrong. I think next week isn't the finale. I think it might be 2 more weeks. Because this is their second to last charter. I don't know. I could be wrong. Whatever.
Well, we probably would have saw in the promos like final episodes.
Yeah, and do you remember what day Med premieres? October something?
I think Med and... No, there's no way they're running them at the same time.
No. We literally said this, guys. We're so bad at this. I want to say it's like October...
16th?
Yeah, like the middle of October. So that would make sense because we're only in the first week of September. So it's like... I'm guessing this is going to go for at least another couple weeks in September, and then maybe we'll have like a week or 2 break between. So we'll just have to see, but thanks for sticking with us. Again, I love when you guys, comment. I try to respond to as much as possible. We've been getting actually a decent amount, so I haven't been responding to everybody, but we really, really appreciate the interactions because that really helps us. Wherever you're listening, if you're listening on like Spotify or Apple Podcasts, if you could leave a review, that would be awesome. 5-star would be great. I don't want to know if you don't leave a 5-star, so don't tell me. I can't handle it.
You'll get used to it.
I know. So yeah, and then follow us on TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I think you got everything.
All right.
We forgot to say our names again this episode.
Oh my God. At this rate,
lame.
my Morgan.
That's the most depressing thing.
You know what? We're just going to wear name tags. Or we should put it like...
Put a little sign
We
up.
should put signs up there. Like, these 2 idiots, here's their names. They don't know how to make an intro to a podcast.
Yeah, we really need to make an intro.
Dear God, if somebody out there wants to help us, let us know because we're literally just lazy. That's really all it is. And I can't think of any of my friends that know how to make music. So
yeah,
if I had one, trust me, I'd reached out because it's way easier for me. But anyways, in all of our shortcomings, if you're still here with us, we love you so much. And we can't wait to keep doing this for you guys. And we will see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.